Hello and welcome to Mere Legends News for the month of April 2012. It's actually going to be a two-part episode, just because there's been so much going on this month. So in this first part I'm just going to try and cover the first half of the month, and then I'll release a second one to cover the rest of the month. Okay, so the first piece of news, we've all been suffering really with this item disappearing bug. I know a lot of people have lost a lot of good items, I myself have lost a few good items. There's been an announcement this month that's been fixed. I know it's took a lot of work on the staff's part, so it's really great news. The only thing you really need to do is update your auto patcher so you can download the new file, the new file for it to work properly, and then you should stop losing your items. If you do lose any items, do you recommend you go to the forums, just tell them about it, tell them what happened, how it happened, when it happened. There's also these codes coming up when you're repairing stuff and that. There's also been said that it's something to do with having like items equipped on your slot at the bottom. There is a post on the forum, so just check it out. It's like how to avoid it happening to you if you do still suffer with this bug. I personally have not lost any more items since I ran the auto patcher though, which is really great news. Alright, so the second piece of news I have is in regards to the recent EXP adjustments. Now I think all these adjustments stem from a bunch of posts that was posted on the forums discussing the XP rates by like all the players. Again, big credit to the staff for getting straight on it. They're always listening to people and all the beta testers' concerns, and then any problems highlighted, they're getting straight on it. So good job to them. So all you people who aren't on the forums yet, I really suggest you get there. You gotta participate. Share your thoughts if you want to make this the best May that it can be. Really, the staff are listening and working on all these problems. As for the actual adjustments made, they basically changed the amount of experience points it takes to level from level 38 plus, so that's a lot more difficult now. As I know, it only affects one player directly at the moment in the game, and they've said that they've been working hard and they've pretty much made the percentage they've lost back, so it doesn't seem too overwhelming. Also on the forums this month, there's been a big discussion on the amount of currently rare items being obtained in game. Some people have said that such items even being in the game at this stage is quite ridiculous. Others have commented on the fact that normal monsters seem to drop more rare items than the bosses and stuff. To be honest though, in my opinion, I believe this whole subject has gotten completely out of control. This is due to a combination of Chinese whispers and the fact that Solar was unavailable for just like 2 days or something. Again, in my personal opinion, I feel that the only real issue I've experienced with the drops is that the normal monsters I kill on the way to the bosses are usually dropping the items I want and I'm going to make some money off. And then when I finally get to my boss, whether it's a mini boss or a main boss, they just seem to drop like really weird junk. Pretty much so, to conclude on this subject, the staff have said over the past several days that many of the drop percentages and the monsters have all been adjusted, and they're going to continue to adjust them. It would seem that they've kind of focused all their efforts and resources into getting this, to a decent standard that players can be happy with. But as always, you can't please everyone with these things. Okay, so moving into my fourth piece of news. There's been a recent update for the auto lock feature that wizards use. Basically, if you don't know about this, when you cast a spell on a monster, you wouldn't have to put your mouse back over it and press the spell again, because it's sort of automatically be locked onto it, so your spell will just automatically hit it. It kind of ruins the PvP system, so I think they're trying to fix it so that in player versus player, you can't just run one way and keep blasting the guy. It's kind of unfair. So it's all about trying to get that balance right. In trying to update this and fix it, they've actually kind of broken what it was for, for the monsters, and a few people have panicked that it wouldn't be returning, so you can automatically hit those monsters again. They was a bit worried it wasn't going to be there. They have said though that is going to be part of the game, and the auto lock feature for versus monsters is definitely going to be implemented, and they're going to be fixing it as soon as possible. To actually get the benefit of all these little updates, and especially this one, you have to run your auto patcher again. It downloads the new files and the update. I think some people haven't really been doing that because they didn't want to lose the wizard feature of the auto spell lock. But you got to bear in mind, if you don't do that, you don't get the benefits of the new updates, which included like losing your item bug and stuff, as I've just talked about. And the staff has actually said, look, if you're not going to run your auto patcher, we're not going to replace any items that you lose. So I definitely recommend that you do that. Alright, so number 5, kind of bad news, or maybe not. It's in regards to the drops that I've previously mentioned. There's been a lot of talk of maybe a possible item wipe and another gold wipe. Again, I believe this whole topic has gotten out of control with Chinese whispers. It's all kind of blown out of proportion at the moment. No one really knows what's going on. There is a poll on the forums which has been hosted by a player, which means important to mention, which people are voting on what they'd like to see: full items, only certain items, or no items at all. But as for official news, which has been stated by a member of staff, it has been said that only the level 34 plus weapons are going to be removed at the moment, and that some of the items that have been dropping quite often too much, so it's a bit unbalanced. So to me that kind of says items like a War Spirit Blade, or the black weapons, or maybe like Gale Neckies or something, which have been dropping. People have been mentioning those items quite a lot. They're probably the ones that are going to get removed. It has been said as well that none of these item removals, any of these wipes, are going to take into effect until all the drops have been sorted, and they're happy with the ratios that they've got at the moment. So that could take some time.